You didn't mean to feel anything. You just clicked on a documentary about a man behind bars, half paying attention, half scrolling your phone. But somewhere around the 20-minute mark, you notice you've put the phone down. You're not afraid of him anymore. You're watching his hands when he talks, the way his voice softens on certain words. And for one strange, quiet second, you wonder what it would feel like if he looked at you the way he's looking at the camera. You'd never say that out loud. Not to your best friend, not to anyone. It feels too strange, too shameful, like it says something ugly about you. But here's the truth. Almost nobody tells you. It doesn't say anything ugly about you at all. It says something very old and very human about how your heart learned to recognize love in the first place. Because this isn't rare. It isn't some strange internet joke. Every year, thousands of ordinary, kind people write letters, plan visits, fall in love, sometimes marry someone convicted of something terrible. Most people look at that and assume something is broken in them. But the people who actually study this pattern found something gentler and far more human underneath it. So let's walk through it together. 4 reasons this happens. Not to judge it, just to finally understand it. Think back for a moment to what love looked like in the house you grew up in. For some of us, love and unpredictability walked in together, holding hands. A parent who held you close one night and frightened you the next. Affection that never quite felt safe, never quite felt calm, always a little charged in the air. If that was your childhood, your heart learned something very early, something it never chose. That intensity and love feel like the exact same thing. Years later, a calm, steady person can feel strangely boring, almost like nothing is happening at all, while someone with an edge, someone dangerous, quietly feels like coming home. Not because danger is what you want, because it's familiar, and familiar so easily gets mistaken for love. If that hits closer than you expected, you're not alone. Type "I see it now" in the comments. You'll be surprised how many people needed to hear this too. Now sit with your body during that documentary again. Heart a little quicker, palms a little warm. Here's something tender about the human brain. It isn't very good at telling fear and attraction apart. They feel almost identical inside your chest. Same racing pulse, same sharpened attention, same small jolt. Researchers call this excitation transfer. Your mind borrows the intensity of fear and quietly, gently mislabels it as chemistry. In a well-known 1974 study, people who crossed a shaky, frightening bridge rated a stranger they met afterward as far more attractive than people who crossed a calm, stable one. The fear never actually left their body. It just got renamed on the way out as attraction. Watching someone dangerous speak softly into a camera can do that same quiet renaming right inside you without asking permission. You didn't build this alone either. Documentaries light these men gently, almost lovingly. Headlines call them charming, magnetic, the boy next door. True crime shows slow down their words like they're something worth savoring. The world quietly decided how appealing this danger should look long before you ever pressed play. And because he's behind bars, watching feels safe. There's no real risk here. No real encounter waiting. Just a feeling you get to hold completely on your own terms, with the door already locked, gently, from the outside. That safety might be the tenderest part of all of this. Loving someone who can never actually reach you is In its own strange way, one of the safest kinds of intensity a heart can choose. All the pull, none of the danger, a whole relationship you get to imagine completely, shape completely, on your terms and no one else's. This was never really about the crime. It's about a heart that learned long ago that intensity means love, borrowing fears, quick pulse, wrapped in a story the whole world already found irresistible, made safe by a wall of iron bars. That doesn't mean this pull is something to build a life around, but it isn't madness, and it was never a character flaw. It's an old, tender wiring pattern, meeting a very modern spotlight, landing softly on someone who, by every design of the world around you, could never actually get close enough to hurt you. If this explained something you've quietly wondered about yourself, comment, "Now it makes sense," below. Gently, no judgment here. And if you want to understand what other unexpected feelings your heart has been quietly protecting you with, the next video on your screen goes even deeper